Hello everybody, welcome back from more Forbidden West. In our last stream, we did quite a few different things. We finished the last side quest in the Memorial Grove, got the arena back up and running, did one arena challenge, and noticed there's a legendary Nora armor set that I'm definitely going to want to get to replace this Tanakh armor set that I can get by doing arena medals, but I can't do that right now. I can't do any quest right now except for this one, the Cradle of Echoes, because upon returning Aether to Gaia, she informed us that she got a distress signal, or what could be a distress signal, from another one of her missing subfunctions, designated Eleuthia. Now, apparently, this could either be Eleuthia, or it could be a trap. And apparently, Aaron and Varl are going to come with us on this mission too. But this mission is apparently urgent enough that it has literally put everything else on hold. Literally everything. Including the dumbass jobs. Oh wait, nope. Oh wait, no, even the drone modules that I've found on hold. Everything on hold until we do this. So let's go do it.
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Well, may as well check it out before we leave. Definitely not that. Unless it's the room down there. That's one of the exits. It's Aloy's room.
Door's locked.
Wasn't that door?
Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later.
Ooh, obviously it was this.
Gaia? What was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for control center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Huh.
Oh, that's too bad.
What, so we can't watch any old world TV? Oh well. Yeah, they're waiting over there. You don't have anything new to say, right?
Do you have time to talk?
I do.
You have nothing new, though.
Right. I should probably go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Be careful.
We will.
What's Katalo saying? I guess we should check in on him before we leave. Alright, he's in the, he's in that room.
You have something to discuss.
Nope.
I have to go. We can keep talking later.
I'll await your return.
What is that? Something. Some kind of battery. Alright, well, let's go meet up with Aaron and Varl and get this story mission started, unless there's anything I can upgrade first. Ahoy, Venture-Moose! You've got me main story questing, because I'm locked into the main story that I'm questing on. Like, literally. It even put all my jobs on hold. Like, I can't even... Well, I can still get them, because, like, all the jobs are just like, go hunt this thing to make this thing at the bench. But in the quest log, they're all on hold. It's kind of funny. Alright, boys. Let's go.
There she is. You ready to head out?
And I hope you are having a good evening yourself, Mr. Venture-Moose.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Oh dear.
this distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Nope. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, it is one of them. She got a Samus arm cannon?
What is that?
What the hell?
She's just like, what? Whoa.
Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that Zenith.
Yeah, the Tenakth actually downed her, it looks like.
There are obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it's not been the best of days,
Snow's
Venture
coming down
Moose,
heavy.
but can only go up from here. At least that's what I keep telling myself to avoid myself from crying on a daily basis. Nah, there's nothing appropriate enough. Except for that, maybe. Very weirdly posed when you kind of look at her on her own. Like, just kind of still like that.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Well, if it has the potential to make things a lot better, then, you know, that's really good. SOS coordinates, okay. The gouge.
What?
Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
I have a feeling this means that their Elizabeth Sobek clone got away. And that's... I'm guessing what the distress call was. It's not going to be Eleuthia, it's going to be the clone. At least that's my speculation. Oh, there's the gun.
Hello.
Ooh, that's a nice one to have, actually. What do we got up there? You think, Errand? We're in the middle of a snow-capped mountain. Like, it's... snow-blanketed is more like it. Charred weapon. Come on, let me up.
Ah. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. One of the sons of Prometheus. It looks like his focus was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Telemetry initiated, coordinates redacted. Malfunction detected. Self-destruct initiated. Telemetry terminated. What's this?
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area?
Ah, just more Richwood. Wonder if that means that the, this is searchable yet. Nope. Okay. Not searchable yet. So what else? Ah. Oh, it's one of their crazy
The
machines.
Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is. Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Errand.
Yeah, this asset is the Sobek clone that they had the last time we ran into them. That's my theory that I'm going with. Data corruption severe. Spectre unit X9K4.16-N3. Orders received. Prime directive, assist recovery of the asset. Second directive, continue monitoring V stutter. Orders acknowledged. Status report sent to G. Bieri. Hostiles detected engaging targets. Danger. System failure. Imid data corrupted.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Osram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Who's scoping out the cave, obviously, where this asset is.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. If any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Well, this should be fun.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Aletheia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Maybe. Anything up here worth noting? No. What do we have down here? Whole new facility. Whoa. Nothing. No. Nothing over here, okay. In there, huh? Okay. Anything over here? Something. Yeah, a little bit of stuff.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Command log. Entry 98523, storage units accessed. 98524, data transfer initiated. 98525, operation suspended. 98526, fusion reactor on standby mode. 527, download initiated. 528, Beamcast initiated. Destination redacted. That probably records the transmission that was sent to Gaia. A little bit of Pokemon Snap to go with our story mission. That door is locked for now, but I have a feeling that's how we're getting out. Whoa, what is that?
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Huh. These Zeniths have some really interesting technology. Ahoy, Mr. Drew! You've caught me tracking down Aloy, or what I now to be believed to be the escaped clone of Elizabeth Sobek that the Zeniths had. That's my intuition of what I'm actually going to find at the end of this quest, but we'll see if I prove right.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Aloy is gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
Yep, that door is now open. Okay. Well, let's head further in.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Yet.
Or anything you can blow up.
Yet. Anything over here? Whole path. Do I want to go up or down first? Oh yeah. Let's try up first. The door there. Okay, well then let's try down first. Another door. Corridor that keeps going. So you know what? Fuck it. Explorer's ADD. I'm having a feeling that since there's more open up down there, that's the actual way to go. So there's probably, like, something we could try and find up here. Unless this turns out to be another huge path. Kinda did. Great.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
She's a little bit salty about that, I think. Those hazard suits?
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person.
We
That's
better check in
incredible.
that room. Yeah.
Mail from Daniel McGill to Claire Nguyen. Spoon-fed. January 18th, 2065. Claire, wish you'd been on the call with me with Zero Dawn. Whoever negotiated this deal with them was a genius. Bunch of our old tech collecting dust in storage in exchange for a copy of all human knowledge? Talk about a bargain. And the guy heading up the Aletheia subfunction, Patrick Brochard Klein? You could practically see sparkles in his eyes when he was bombarding us with follow-up questions on ectogenic chambers design. It was like we were waving catnip in front of him. Anyway, they're requesting additional material on nutrition delivery. Higher-ups gave us the go-ahead, so send over everything we have. Brochard Klein will probably pee his pants in glee. Damn. Well, I hope he's protected then. This door is locked. Alright, well, instead of jumping down there, I'm going to go check what's down first, because they very clearly indicated they wanted to, us to explore that room. And this will lead us right in there. Mail from Song Jiao to FZ research staff. Priority shift. All. As you will undoubtedly have heard by now, we have lost the brightest star among us. Research on ectogenesis for the Odyssey was near and dear to Peter, and on behalf of the new High Council, I commend you all for your efforts and the great strides made over the last several years. As we mourn our founder, we must also keep our gaze on the bright future ahead. To that end, we will be shifting project priorities. Over the coming days, you will be briefed on exciting developments in longevity research from our Tokyo and Lagos facilities, with new assignments to follow. In the meantime, all ectogenic chambers should be moved to storage. Refer to your leads with any questions. So I guess that was composed after the Odyssey took flight.
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
Not yet. Data corruption partial. August 19th, 2064. Data corrupted has seen a significant improvement, decreasing the time between touch-ups that commercially available treatments like osmanthus rejuvenagene require. As for Malik's team, The latest result from their neuropathy experiments seem promising, and with the supplementary data provided by our Tokyo facility, we seem to be closing in on functional first-generation implants. Meanwhile, our friends in Zurich have sent over their findings on WBE. Mixed results, a couple of promising avenues, but anything bordering on real digital transcendence looks to be decades away, if not data corrupted.
I don't think so. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
There's gonna be some sort of fight in this room. All right.
Making good use of this.
There they are. A lot of this stuff is going to prove very useful. Whoa.
A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Very neat. We'll examine the console in a second. I thought I saw more storage containers. Two over there. One over there. All of these things are useful. Anything cool in here? Not really, no. Alright, let's activate this thing. Oh, we need a code.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
Yes, 237. Right. So that's what
I should check the log.
That 237 represented. I was right. I should have tried 420, Mr. Drew.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
They have Apollo?
You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Ow. Oh dear.
I can keep going. I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
I'm trying.
That thing's quick.
Okay. Okay. What did it say it was weak to again? Good. Plasma. Wrong way. Now I'm just toying with it.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
I like having this. Yeah, no, the specters are definitely fun fights. I'm glad I get to fight it and not just have to run from it this time around.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other specter. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Well, let's see if he does. Either way, I got a bunch of plasma javelins with that specter's name all over it.
Aloy! Ah!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing shooting down
Only
the
seeing the smoke. Stay put. Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it. If I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield up. Need to sneak around behind it. It'll be a tough fight if I take that thing head on. A heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
spot. Give me your best. Plasma. Instant plasma. Yeah, that's gonna blow.
Oh, and there's one of those cannons.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story.
Stupid snowflake.
But it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
That's a better one.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Useful?
I can refill my pouch with these later.
Whoa. That's some kind of weird nanite technology, or it's deteriorating or something. That's interesting. Sure.
Don't mind if I do.
Fun. That'll be nice to get those. To which meme are you referring, Mr. Drew? I'm not. I don't think I'm familiar.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
I see. I see.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup. Like the Carja. Why? Yeah, it beats me.
It probably meant something to them. As it does to my people, and the Tenakth.
I just think my face says it all as is, that's all.
That it does.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying.
It's great to see that Erend is as good as always. Yeah, he's a great comic relief character. Oh. had his chance. He blew it, though, but...
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
You know, I confess, Mr. Drew, I have yet to see a single episode of this The Boys, but... pretending to be a hamster in a South Park episode, that sounds like a worthy reason to see it.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Oh, I probably will.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
Well, given that Aloy already knows that she herself is a clone of Elizabeth Sobek, it's probably a little bit less strange for her than it would be for everyone else. Ah, so the boys lives in your head as a meme. I see.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Wonder what Katalo is gonna have to say about all this.
Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Thank you. Also, yeah, just how easy those Spectre fights were. You could kind of tell that I was tad over-leveled for what I just did.
Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Where'd Katalo go?
Huh. Maybe he's with Varl and Beta, I guess she's called. the optional is to talk with Gaia? Oh no, I gotta talk to both. So may as well do Varl and the clone first.
When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. Fashaw was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
Aaron's listening to his music again.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Oh, there he is. He's in the leisure room
Looks like
now.
some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
Huh.
They set up a camp there as well, I see.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe.
Wait, why does it think they're... Like, all of these are blacked out. Okay, there we go.
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there.
Oh! See, it's been so long since I played the first game, I would never have caught that unless you hadn't said something, Mr. Drew. So, thank you for that little tidbit of Easter eggness.
Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaru's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with that Carja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Carja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
I need to go.
On your way then.
Well, on with it then.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones
What?
who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
What?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you were...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but
The only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. And I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth.
That's crazy to think about.
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too.
Survived a lot. That's... I wonder if we'll end up going to space. There's two women working on the waterfront station rebelling against the Boston Eagles against that. Oh, right. I remember that. That was the water pump station from the Forbidden Wild, or from the Frozen Wilds DLC. Now I remember. Thank you.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That
wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive.
Just had to.
Would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database.
Mm-hmm.
Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
Just throws her hands up. I have a feeling we will be going to space then, because Apollo's probably on their ship, not on their base.
Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location! Of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are gonna die.
Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Computer engineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Well, Varl is easily the most level-headed out of all of them.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. But if you need anything, just let me know.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals.
Aww.
If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else.
Oh, Varl. Oh, Varl. That's... Way to take something adorable and turn it into something horridly morbid. I love it. That is great.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
It's a really good thing they have Zoe here.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Cool. Well, let's go turn that weapon over to Gaia and see what we can do.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Okay, so just who are these sons of Prometheus then?
The data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Sylens.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
And a side quest from the base.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising. So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over, so they can build it how they want.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground. So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything about them?
Unfortunately, no. My personal database is limited to those who worked on Zero Dawn. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dalgard, was ever publicly known.
Right. He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the system's design through him, despite his failure.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Farrow, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
This really is kind of getting some, like, light Mass Effect vibes by the, like, whole amass an army, do all this stuff, suicide mission type kind of thing. It's kind of neat.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines. Attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Okay.
I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
Well. That was a very neat little main story quest. Definitely key to the plot. And I'm actually getting fairly tired, so I think I'm going to call it here. But yeah, that was
Good choice.
that was an incredibly fun and not only impressive little quest, but the what we learned about Far Zenith and the fact that they are the same corporate asshats that are now over 1,000 years old, who left Earth, went to Sirius, and then had some kind of planetary cataclysm and are now back here, and all of that's friggin', like, it's so neat how this game, both in the first one and this one, like, in their story setting, the like everything, have just blended high sci-fi and low-tech sci-fi in so many interesting ways. It's just very impressive. And I really can't wait to see what's going on in the as we progress further in the story in future streams. I understand, Venture Moose. You know, I'm always happy to provide a calming and consoling voice. I'm glad that you could be here with me tonight, and hopefully it helped give you a little bit more of a relaxation point in your evening. And thank you, as always, for sticking with me. You too, Mr. Drew, thank you so much for sticking in here, and glad that we finally got to, for you, relive this point of the game, and for me, check it out. And yeah, I should be back tomorrow, and I should be back kind of earlier, because for once, I have a Friday off, because it's Labor Day, 4-day weekend, always fun. But yeah, I do intend to be back to do more Zero Dawn, or Forbidden West tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see y'all then. Till then, y'all sleep well. Have a good night.